Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back. I'm so glad that you are here with me. I'm sorry, sometimes I'm going to be looking in the camera, sometimes I'm going to be looking above it or beside it because I'm trying to get ready for work. Thank God this goes under my clothes. Okay. So this morning, I kind of wanted to, not kind of, but I wanted to share with you how I even got on this journey of choosing to steward the woman that God has called me to be. So for years, I've been praying to be more disciplined. For years, I've been praying to be more consistent. For years, I've been praying to be more intentional. Like I kept, sorry, I just want to make sure. Oh, where did I? Yeah. For years, I kept praying these prayers and, asking God, Lord, help me to do this. Help me to do that. Help me to be this. Help me to be that. And there was very little change, if I'm being honest with you. And about 3 or so weeks ago, my friend was over and him and I were having a conversation, and he is preparing for medical school, which he got accepted to. Shout out to Dr. B. Which he got accepted to. And while he was talking, I said, I was thinking to myself, I want to be a doctor. Why can't I be a doctor? I want to be a doctor. And so in that thought process, I decided that, sorry guys, I am so mixed up here. I'm putting stuff in the wrong spot. That's the problem, girl. Put it in the right spot. Yeah. So I was thinking to myself, man, I wanted to be a doctor. And, he kept saying to me, you shouldn't be a doctor because I really see you as a therapist. This is something that he's always said to me. Now, I've always said, no, that's not it for me. It's definitely doctor, medical school, all of the things. The issue, and it's not that I can't be a doctor. It's not that I wouldn't be a great doctor. I would, not again. I would be an amazing doctor. The issue is that I don't have the discipline. I have not exercised, because God says every single thing we need in order to be who he has called us to be is already in us. So I haven't exercised the discipline. I haven't disciplined the discipline, okay? Built the discipline to do the work required to even enter into medical school. And so while we were talking, he challenged me. He challenged me to, He challenged me to decide what I wanted to do, to make a decision, and he would help me. He would walk me through how I can put the plans together to bring that, whatever it is that I wanted to do, to fruition. So I sat with it overnight. I talked to God about it, and the following morning I woke up and I decided that this is what I want to do. I set the plans in order. I said, this is what I want to do. And I said, I want to go back to school and finish the program that I have already started. And so he sat with me and he's like, listen, if you're saying you're going to do this, you need to be consistent. You need, my oven singing, I don't know if you can hear it, but you need to say that you're going to do this, stick to it, make a plan and follow through. And he's like, you have up until next September to get certain things in order. So that night, which was the following night, I went to bed and I was talking to God about the whole situation. And I was saying to God, Lord, I do want to do this. It's not that I don't want to do this. I really want to do this. The following morning, upon awaking, I sat upon my bed, and I'm not one that has visions, and that's not me. That is not the gift that God has given to me, and I'm okay with that. But I sat up and I was about to pray, and I could see myself in my graduation garb walking across the stage. And that, just a glimpse of that, I was like, God, this is what I want to do. I want to do this. And then I thought about some of the things that he'd said to me, and I thought about why he was saying that, you know what, you'd be miserable, like if you even attempted to become a doctor. And I thought to myself, but God, if you've already said that this is what I'm going to be, if you've already shown me that this is the end result, then I need to be able to become that person so that when I get to that place, I can steward it well. I didn't say steward it well. I don't remember my exact words, but it certainly wasn't steward it well, because I wasn't even thinking like that. I was just thinking that I need to become that person. So in that moment, my prayer changed. So rather than asking God, Lord, please help me to, be able to go back to school. Lord, please help me to be able to pay off my debt. Lord, please help me to be able to be more consistent. Please help me to make sure I show up at the gym, Instead of all those prayers, I just started to pray and ask God, Lord, teach me how to be the woman that you have called me to be. That was it. And daily, since then till now, the theme has been stewarding, and the theme has been obedience. And what I realized, friends, is that I don't have a consistency problem. I have an obedience problem. I don't have a undisciplined or discipline problem. I have an obedience problem. I don't have I don't know problem. I have an obedience problem. You catch my drift? So a lot of the things that I've been telling myself, oh no, this is the problem. No, that is the problem. The problem literally was just obedience. There are things that God has asked me to do that I have not done for one reason or another. Whether it's a reason that I made up in my mind, whether it's a reason that society says. For example, God gave me this YouTube channel 6 years ago. And I started and I stopped, and I started and I stopped. And at one point, I thought I was gonna go, all the way with it. And this was like in January of this year. I made all of these beautiful videos, and I had this full out production, and I had a team. Shout out to my team. Love you guys. Cannot wait to continue to work with you. Just gonna put that out there. But I'm in a different space now, right? And I don't have access to that theme. And it was like when I no longer had access to the team. Sorry, I don't know why I struggled with that. But when I no longer had access to the theme, to the team, to do to continue the work, I just stopped. Right? I just stopped. I felt like I had to have the right microphone, and I had to have the right camera, and it had to look a certain way, and it had to sound a certain way. And if it didn't, nobody's going to watch. And what are people going to think? They're going to think, oh my gosh, look at, this quality was so much better, and now the quality is terrible. It's poor. These are all of the things that I was thinking. But what God reminded me was, I didn't ask you to do the whole production. You did that. I didn't ask you for all that. All I asked you to do was be obedient. And so now I have to go under so that I can see what on earth I'm doing with these little lashes of mine. So if you can't see me, I apologize. I'm literally recording off of my camera, obviously, off my phone, and I have it flipped. So I can't see what is on the screen. So please forgive me if this is off, and I hope you're still sticking with me. But yeah, God reminded me that all I asked you to do was give a message. That's it. I didn't ask you for all of this fancy this and shining lights, and because you know what? If God should so happen to make it that I become that there is some kind of worldly success through YouTube, I might be tempted to say, oh, it's because of the quality of the video. Oh, it's because of the work that the team did. And don't get me wrong, God doesn't want, fenke work. Like, he wants us to do our best, but he wants us to be obedient. And when he says something, to just do what he's asked us to do. Oh, I put this thing on and I completely forgot to put in my eye drops. Okay. Well, we're gonna do the eye drops. That's what we're doing. Okay, we're doing the eye drops. Yeah, he just wants us to honestly be obedient. And I know I'm kind of going off on a tangent here, so trying to focus, reel it in. So guys, burns. But it just feels so, it burns, but it's like a refreshing burn. I'm so grateful for this eye drop, like darkness to light. Oh, Sister Forward, God bless you, sis. God bless you. Anywho, God reminded me, yes, that, it's not about all the flashing lights. It's about you just being obedient. And so in this season, I am learning to be obedient to what God is calling me to do, regardless of how it looks, regardless of what people may think, regardless of how I started. It honestly isn't about how I started. It's about obedience. So going back to how I got to this place of stewarding this woman, it literally started, I think, really, what made the biggest difference was me changing my prayer. That to me is what made the biggest difference. Me deciding to no longer pray and ask God for the things, but to pray and ask him to help me to be the woman that when those things come, because listen, the truth is, if God says it, it's already done, right? Like his word is sure. It's yes and amen, right? If whatever he says, it's already done. So if he's already said it and it's already done, it would be my job to make sure that when I have arrived, this is what I was afraid of, when I reach up to it, I can actually steward it. I can actually hold on to it, rather than I get to that place and I lose it or destroy it, right? And so I'm just encouraging you out there. And let me tell you something. I am not as young as I look, okay? I am well in my 40s, friend. Well in my 40s. So I'm speaking to all of the ladies out there, whether you're in your 20s, oh, what is happening? Your 30s, your 40s, your 50s, your 60s, your 70s, your 80s. Doesn't matter how old you are and you're looking at this, it's not too late for you to reprogram, so to speak, rethink, reprocess, to go back to God, go back to the drawing board and say, you know what, Lord, I need you to help me to build whatever that foundation is so that I can be who you say I am. For a long time, I have depended on the world to tell me who it thinks I am. But I'm now in a stage, in a place in my life where I'm not looking for success as the world gives it. I'm not looking for recognition from the world. I'm looking to make sure that God sees, okay, you are faithful in these few things. Let me give you more. Because at the end of the day, I want to make sure I have, first of all, I want to go to heaven. Let's just put that out there. I want to be there. Secondly, I want stars in my crown. And you know how we get stars in your crown? By leading other people to Christ. And I can't lead other people to Christ if I'm undisciplined, if I'm inconsistent. And again, all of that isn't the problem. The problem is obedience. Because if I obey, automatically it comes with being disciplined. If I obey, automatically it comes with being consistent. If I obey, automatically it comes with all of the things that I'm really asking God for. He just wants the one thing, which is obedience. Even when I don't feel like it, even when it feels uncomfortable, even when I don't fully understand it, he just wants obedience. So I am encouraging you today to choose obedience, my friend. I'm encouraging you today to change your prayer. Ask God who he says you are. And based on that, ask him to help you to be the woman or man that can hold that. That can steward that. All right? I'm curious to know, what are some of the things that you know that God is asking you to do that you're holding out on, that you're, I don't want to say choosing not to be obedient, but you may be afraid to be obedient to do. Put it in the comments. I love to read your comments. I love to interact with you. So please don't just have me here talking to a camera. I beg. Let me talk to you. This is where I shine. I shine at talking to people, not cameras, even though I'm an introvert. But that's neither here nor there. Anyways, I have to go because 8:03, I haven't even eaten breakfast yet. And I start work in less than half an hour. So thank you so much for rocking with me. I will see you in the next one. God bless.